God bless you, all of you who are gathered today to thank God for the privilege we had of living with a special human being, the honor of a heart so full of love that he could easily share it with everyone, and how much joy he felt in getting along with everyone around him. That boy grew up like any normal, healthy child of that time. He loved video games, computers, and Hot Wheel cars. He became a teenager and developed a love for cars around the movie Fast and Furious. He learned to play the guitar, and his love for cars led him to learn to draw them very well. My work as a pastor allowed me to closely observe his childhood, and what a rich time it was. I had the opportunity to take him cycling, playing soccer, and flying kites. I even went on outings with his schoolmates. But there was something he loved: going to the shopping mall and toy stores to buy Hot Wheel cars. And he was very familiar with the models and special editions with rubber tires. There was one model in particular that was one of his favorites, an orange forklift, forklift with Marcus log on it. I would like to show you because I bought it. You can see. It was a 1979 model that's very hard to find, but I recently acquired. Marcus was always surrounded by friends. He joined inviting his classmates over to play with his cars or the model airplanes he also loved to collect. Adults were also always very kind to him, as if were a nephew. Ultimately, Marcus was raised and grew up in an environment of love and values. But in 2006, our lives took a different path. Unfortunately, we had to separate due to a divorce when he was 17. These were very difficult times because we began waking up every day without each other's presence. After this separation, Marcus became depressed and unmotivated. He stopped studying, became addicted to the internet, and slept in the morning and woke up in the early afternoon. In 2009, I went to visit him and my daughter, Giselle. It was 2:30 in the afternoon. He left the house in shorts, with no shirt, and barefoot, eating kind breakfast, which consisted of just a piece of bread with butter and a glass of Coca-Cola. Is that a really breakfast? I said to myself, this isn't my son. 2 days later, I suggested he leave that house, never to return, and set out to build his own story. A friend and I got him a job as a media technician at a video conferencing company. Working and earning his own money was therapeutic for him, tremendously boosting his self-esteem. I followed this entire process. He specialized in 3D modeling, virtually created objects and environments. At 24, in 2013, he courageously decided to move to São Paulo, Brazil's largest city, to seek a better job market. He struggled a lot, and how he struggled. But God honored his efforts, and he ended up working at an advertisement agency. In 2016, he got married, and two years later, gave me a beautiful granddaughter. He always dreamed of working abroad. In December 2021, he was invited by a freelance client in Australia to work at his agency. In May 2022, after a 6-year no-see period, I met him in São Paulo and blessed and said goodbye to my son with no plans to see him again. He and his family went to Brisbane. I can only say that our God is the one who makes dreams come true, and he really did it. That's the last photo I have of my son. The last one. Finally, after so many personal struggles, God supernaturally began to fulfill our dreams, our dear Marcus' dreams. This past year has been simply wonderful, with success at work and seeing my granddaughter fully integrated into the local culture. He would never have thought of being able to buy his dream car, a Nissan Skyline, one of the cars from Fast and Furious. But this was God doing, as the Holy Scripture says, immeasurably more than anything we believe or think. During this past year, I could sense how happy he was and how deeply he nurtured the bonds of love he shared with me as his father. Seeing him be who he truly was brought me joy. Seeing him thank me for my interest in his happiness, wishing me have a good week, and hearing him say he loved me made me feel more alive. On the morning of Sunday, September 7th, I faced the greatest challenge and pain of my entire life. The God who gave him, made him grow, who have him a heart that was only love, decided to take him for himself. He took my son, which happened while he was sleeping. 36 years old, in perfect health, living his dream. He was still just a boy in many ways. I experienced the pain of the many things he went through, but I also experienced his joy through the doors that opened to great achievements. I live his joy as my own intensely every day, every single day. A very special part of me went with him. I am gradually, day by day, being relieved of a deep pain in my soul because of the bonds of love I had with him. Australia is the land he conquered, and there he will stay. To submit to all this and not being discouraged is superhuman and can only be compensated by the certainty that Marcus is now in God's arms. I just want to thank you, all of you, who were able to express love in the life of someone who was born to love and to be loved. I thank each of you, dear friends, but especially Vicky, who prepared the ceremony with such care. You, Vicky, were certainly instrumental of rekindling happiness in my son's life. I will never forget this loving moment in memory of Marcus. May all of God's love be upon you and your journey. That's my heart's desire, because God is love and love never ends. May He bless each of you. That's my feelings now. God bless you all. Thanks for the support. That's my gift for all of you.